Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Second Unitarian Church. I'm Carla Tebby, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. Today we are in person at the Admiral at the Lake, the 2U Sanctuary, and continuing to meet virtually using Zoom. We ask everyone's indulgence for the complications of a three-part service. We're glad you're here, whichever way you're attending. If you're in the sanctuary and would benefit from hearing assistance, we have devices available as well as noise-canceling headphones for both adults and children with noise sensitivities. Please see our tech team in the back. We welcome people to wear masks during the service. This practice prevents transmission of the virus and helps us center the needs of those who are most vulnerable. We especially welcome newcomers and visitors this morning. Finding a new community and making new connections can be challenging. Please know that we're excited to have you and look forward to getting to know you. If you're new to us today, please note that in the Zoom chat or mention it in person during conversation after the service. If you would like, there are blue mugs you can use to signal to others that you would like them to come up and say hello. We also always need people in the kitchen after coffee hour, and that's a great place to meet to see old friends and meet new ones. Our worship today is led by Reverend Jason Lydon, along with John Hauk as worship associate. Music is provided by the 2U Band and Director of Music, Carl Kennedy. Our time together requires a large group of people who make possible the worship, the music, and the technical production. They are listed in the order of service, and we thank them for their ongoing service to our congregation. I have a couple of announcements for you this morning. Following service today, we have our annual meeting. This will be a time to vote on the slate of new elected leadership for the church, vote on the budget for next fiscal year, and celebrate the many contributions from members of our congregation. The meeting will begin at 12:15. For those participating on Zoom, you can use the regular Sunday Zoom service link. Next week, on June 16th, we will celebrate our annual Flower Communion. This is one of our few unique Unitarian Universalist rituals and traditions. You're encouraged to bring one of your favorite flowers to the service, and during the service, you will bring your flower up to the chancel, and later in the service, you'll take a different one from our collective bouquet. Join us at 1 Northside's Spring Membership Council meeting, Thursday, June 13th at 6 p.m. at North Shore Baptist Church. As a member of 1 Northside, we're invited to their springtime meeting. We will celebrate recent wins like millions in new statewide funding for our families. We'll also help plan what's ahead for our neighborhoods, like a Green Schools campaign and the historic elected school board election in November. I welcome John Hauk to lead us in our call to worship.
Good morning. We are a Unitarian Universalist congregation, a community of children, youth, and adults, a people of many beliefs and traditions, bound not by the specific list of things we believe, but the values we share. Whether you are joining us for the first time or for the 1,000th time, you are welcome here. Whether you believe in God some of the time, all of the time, or none of the time, you are welcome here. Whatever your race, whomever you love, whichever way you move in the world, however much money is in your pocket, you are welcome here. I invite you, when you feel ready, to take a breath in and out. As the music begins, let us enter into our service together.
together in this holy moment, and we're grateful for that winding road that leads us to this place. We are spent time together, and these holy moments give us strength to go down that winding road until we meet again. And my prayer for you is the peace that's true until we meet again.
In just a moment, Ryan here in the sanctuary and Harris at the Admiral will light our chalices, the symbol of our faith. We light our chalices this morning with these words from Patti Smith. In times of strife, we have our imagination. We have our creative impulse, which are things that are more important than material things. They are the things we should magnify. Good morning.
Our opening hymn this morning is number 389 in the gray hymnal, gathered here. We're going to do this as a round. We'll do it in two parts. So we'll start with it in unison. We're going to sing it in unison twice, and then we'll split into the round. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gather here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near one more time. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gather here in one strong body, gather here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Gather here in the mystery of the hour. Gather here in the mystery of the hour. Gather here in one strong body. Spirit, draw near. Gather here in the mystery of the hour. Gather here in the mystery of the hour. Gather here in one strong body. Spirit, draw near. Spirit, draw near. Spirit, draw near. Spirit, draw near. Spirit, draw near with some harmony. Spirit, draw near one more time. Spirit, draw near. Please rise.
join me in reciting our covenant. The words are in your order of service and will be on the screen. We covenant to build a community that challenges us to grow and empowers us to honor the truth within ourselves. We will be generous with our gifts and honest in our communication, holding faithful to a love that embraces both diversity and conflict. Called by our living tradition, we will nurture spirituality within a vision of the eternal, living out our inner convictions through struggles for justice and acts of compassion. Please remain standing and join Abigail Klein in leading our congregational hymn, Spirit of Life.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
We all bring our own unique gifts to a community. So I'm going to ask you to channel your inner creativity, and maybe I can convince a couple of the bigger kids to come help us with this. Channel your inner creativity, and you're going to create a collective piece of artwork on this tapestry behind you. So I'm going to give you some fabric markers, and each of you are going to decorate whatever part of this tapestry you want to. And when you're done, it's going to look different and probably more interesting and elaborate than it would have looked if one person did it themselves. And that's Lumi is adding directly onto what I started to create. Ryland's creating kind of a summer scene, I believe. Ada's creating clouds and mountains, an image of the outdoors. And this is all coming together to create something collective and beautiful. So thank you for joining me, Lumi, Ryland, and Ada. And in a moment, we're going to sing the children to their last RE classes of the school year. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Brittany. So each year, we as members of this congregation make a pledge, a commitment to support the ministry of this, our beloved congregation. In addition to this pledge that we make each year, we take a collection every Sunday so that we can share with those who are doing good works beyond our walls. While not all of us are able to join right here in the sanctuary, we can all contribute by texting the phone number that will be on your screen in just a moment or in your order of service. For the month of June, we are sharing our plate with the Lighthouse Foundation, which you've heard a little bit about so far, and they're going to come and join us, I believe, next week to share some more about the work that they do. But what's so important to me about Lighthouse Foundation is that when they started in 2019, they were one of the most powerful, organized LGBTQ Black organizations on the north side of our city, building community together, creating queer-affirming worship space, celebrating the power of Black love, and connecting the ways that identity is not the same for everybody, that LGBTQ communities are diverse and wide-ranging, not just about kind of white-dominated boys town, but is a whole collection of queer communities, and they really celebrate the power of Black love. And so I'm really excited about the work that they do and encourage you to engage with them, and I look forward to hearing more from Pastor Jamie when he's able to join us.
Now I invite you to join me in reading our offertory words. The words are in your order of service and will be on the screen. This church is the community of ourselves. Its energy and resources are our energy and resources. Its wealth is what we share. As we contribute to the life of this community, we affirm it and enable its participation in the larger world around us. The offering will now be generously given and gratefully received.
I want to invite you now to join me in the spirit of prayer or meditation. Start by breathing together. Try relaxing the muscles in your neck, releasing the tension that gets built up in your shoulders. Feel your back against the seat of your chair. Feel your feet on the ground, maybe reaching all the way down into the earth, commingling your roots with the roots of everybody else. And breathe. We begin always in thanks. Thankful for the breath in our lungs, the beauty of our earth, and the strength of this community. We hold in our hearts those who care for family in ill health, those who live with grief or chronic pain, those struggling with addiction or illness, seen and unseen. We're with you. For parents and teachers and all those whose primary spiritual practice is caring for children, we are with you. We pray for our neighbors in prison, for those who are struggling to stay afloat in the midst of poverty, for migrants who are fleeing and seeking, finding new homes in our city among many. We're with you. We pray for all those living in harm's way. Pray for our planet and commit to work that will lead us away from the harms of climate chaos. As war and genocide rage, we pray that wisdom, compassion, and empathy guide the leaders of our world. May they and we be instruments of a just and lasting peace. Our lives are truly blessed by those who knowingly, with curiosity and courage, face their final days. Into this, our shared silence across space, I invite you now to speak aloud the name of anyone you wish to lift up into the loving support of our community. With our deepest compassion, let us hold in our hearts those named and unnamed, those remembered, and those forgotten. Let it be so. Amen, and blessed be. During our ritual of lighting candles of joys and concerns, we want to continue to take care of one another. In the 2U sanctuary, I will shortly invite you to come forward to light a candle. As you end your time of contemplation and candle lighting, we invite you to use the hand sanitizer that's available. For those of us at the Admiral, I invite you to come forward, take a pebble from one bowl, hold it tightly in your hand, putting your energy into the stone, and then knowing your joys and sorrows to be shared by this community, let it go lightly into the other bowl. For those of us on Zoom, please join by sharing your joys, celebrations, sorrows, and struggles in our chat window. We hold all of these, our shared joys, celebrations, concerns, and sorrows close to our hearts. John, would you share our first reading, please?
Our first reading this morning is entitled, Blessed Are the Makers, by Reverend Marcus Liefert. Oh, you who are makers, makers of beauty, of paintings and pottery and sculpture, blessed is the making. You who make with hands and hearts and minds, who make out of breath and bones and blood human lives, blessed are the makers. Blessed are those who make us laugh, who make jokes and faces and toys. Blessed are those who make messes, who make trouble and friends, and when needed, make up. Blessed are those who make do, who make it last, make it work, make beds, and make time for others. Blessed are those who make love, who make out and make more and make mistakes. Blessed are those who make coffee and tea, who make conversation, who make meaning in the face of tragedy, who make merriment and awaken joy. Blessed are they who make peace, for they shall inherit the earth.
Thanks, John. I really like that poem. Our second reading is entitled Remember by Joy Harjo. Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away to night. Remember the earth, whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origins of the universe. Remember, you are all people, and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe, and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion. It is growing. It is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember the dance language is, that life is. Remember. Last month's Soul Matters theme celebrated the Unitarian Universalist value of pluralism. We talk a lot at 2U about the beauties of our theological diversity. This diversity is central to what makes Unitarian Universalism the faith that it is. We come into our congregational worship experience with beliefs in God, with connections to the feminine divine, with an embrace of rational science, with roots in Jewish tradition. We come together across our theological and spiritual differences to create a transformative and collective experience. Sunday services are the central time when we embrace this shared experience. We sing together, we light candles together, we learn together, and we reflect on the biggest questions of life together. When you consider what you get out of our services week after week, what comes up for you? Where do you find your most healing or grounded moments? During our worship leaders workshop last Sunday, one participant shared that our music is the most fulfilling part of the service, acknowledging that the sermon was the piece that kind of broke up the time between anthem and closing hymn. Worry not, I took no offense. Sometimes words distract us from the mystery of life. I know I find myself at times revering words just a little bit too much. It was only a month ago that I concluded my third 90-minute long lecture about universalism, punishment, and prisons. So many words. For the month of June, the Soul Matters theme is renewal. As a faith that is constantly evolving, shaped by new information and new experiences, it is essential that we are renewing our faith. This renewal comes in the form of embodied worship experiences, recognition of our fallibility, embracing new ideas, and taking hopefully big risks. It is easiest to do these things when we choose not to do them alone. As Miriam Kaba reminds us, anything worth doing is worth doing together. So our service this morning is focused on creating together. It's about getting out of our heads a bit and into the artistic parts of who we are. Some of you might know this, I might have told you a little bit, but I really struggle with art a lot. When I was a senior in high school, I had to take an art class in order to graduate. I chose drawing. I was generally kind of an A-B student in school, but quarter after quarter in art, I got a C or a C minus. The first time it happened, I thought to myself, that's strange, I'm doing the work, even the homework, my senior year, and I'm turning things in on time. And so finally I approached the teacher, one of the few teachers whose name I can still remember, Ms. Von Trotta, and she said in a very clear answer to me, with a bit of a stern face, Jason, I have been teaching at this school for decades. I do not expect all students to be excellent artists. I know that everyone has varied skill levels, she says. You, however, are the only student I have ever had with absolutely no improvement at all. Wow, so harsh. So with that experience of art, you might be wondering to yourself, why would I possibly encourage us to make art together and do this kind of collective art project? But over the decades, I have learned that not only does art need not be beautiful to be art, it also not need be judged by anyone else. Instead, the magic of creating is where the beauty of art lies. Artist Julia Cameron writes, the creative process is a process of surrender, not control. So I want us to spend some time together surrendering ourselves to the process of creation, allowing ourselves to let go of our individual control over what we collectively create. So up here at the chancel, you see two foam boards. On the table as well, you will see with one side a collection of colored paper along with glue sticks. On the other side is a foam board where you will find colorful markers. When you approach, in just a moment when I invite you to, you can go towards either of these foam boards that you choose. On the foam board where you can add pieces of paper, I invite you to pick up a glue stick, pick up a piece of randomly cut up paper. Thank you, Brandon, for helping me do that, as well as more beautifully shaped objects that are more familiar to you, stars and hearts and chalices. and put it somewhere on the board, anywhere. Maybe it's floating in space, or maybe it's overlapping someone who just put something else up before you. This is a judgment-free process. It's about creating, co-creating something that is meaningful for us. Think of this practice as an embrace of pluralism, that we are bringing our individual assessments of what is beautiful for us in this moment, adding it to these boards, and then connecting it with something somebody else thinks is beautiful or mediocre, whatever it might be, putting it into conversation with each other, floating, intersecting. For those of us at the Admiral, you have before you a piece of poster board that I'm hoping you will pass around, and Harris brought some markers. I want you to do the same thing. We're going to do this process twice. There will be music behind it. Thank you to the band and Carl. And for those of us at the Admiral, I invite you to kind of pass around your poster board as many times as your heart desires. And for those of us who are joining over Zoom, I encourage you, if you can, to find a piece of paper at home and draw, color, tear it up, create whatever feels meaningful for you. Know that you are with us even though you're unable to be here in person. And then if you want, you can send me via email a picture of your piece, and we will be sure to share it with others at church. I want you to feel showered by the music, more art as we create art. And so, in a moment traveling down the aisles here, remember the words of our introit, which we will then sing together as our closing hymn. In this holy moment, we are grateful for the winding road. I invite you now to come forward.
I'll give the last few bars.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Spirit, speak to me. I'm listening. I'm listening. Spirit, speak to me. My arms are wide open. My eyes are wide open.
See
To see what I may be. I'm listening. I'm listening. Spirit, speak to me. are wide open to see what I may be. I'm listening. I'm listening. Spirit, speak to me.
My hands are wide
Open, my eyes are wide open to see what I may be. I'm listening. I'm listening. Spirit, speak to me. I'm listening. I'm listening. Spirit, speak to me. I'm listening. I'm listening. Spirit, speak to me. My hands are wide open. My eyes are wide open to see what I may be. I'm listening. I'm listening. Spirit, speak to me. My eyes are wide open to see what I may be.
I am listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Spirit, speak to me.
Baldwin writes, "The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in." When we began this service, the boards before you were a plain white. These blank canvases could represent the possibilities not just of our congregational life, but of our shared faith. You transformed the world of this canvas, leaving it quite different from when you came in. Reason and rationality are not the only aspects that shape our religion. Mystery and collective creation shapes it just as much. Now I'm going to, in just a moment, invite you to come forward again if you would choose. If you used a marker before, I invite you to try using the collage this time. And if you are feeling like your contribution is all set and you feel good about what you added, you are welcome to stay seated and appreciate the music. And also, I want you to feel invited to know that we contribute, all of us, more than one thing to church. We contribute many things in many ways. And so whatever you'd like to add would be welcome. And so if the language of spirit, as we just heard from the band, works for you, let it speak to you. And if the language of spirit does not resonate, let that still, small voice within you guide your hand as you come forward.
Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. ancestors. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, ancestors. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, ancestors. Where you lie, I will lie. For your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine.
Where you go, I will go, beloved.
Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go.
Where you lie, I will lie.
Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. For your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people.
Your
Divine, my divine. For your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people.
You're divine, my divine.
My divine, you're divine.
Your people are mine.
Where people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine.
Look what you've created. This is a representation of our church, of who we are. We're a collage of values, a collage of theologies, a collage of ideas. We are colors and creations. We are evolution and design. We shape one another, impact one another, and honor one another's contributions to the whole, a whole we make more beautiful by being part of it. I know very little about art that hangs in museums, and I know some of you are quite expert. I did, however, get to see an incredible Van Gogh exhibit once at the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. I walked around the gallery for what seemed like an eternity, taking in the gifts he had to offer. Once he wrote, "There is nothing more truly artistic than to love people." This is what Unitarian Universalism is about. We do the work of putting love at the center of who we are. It is love that roots us both in who we are as individuals and who we are as a collective. And it is our shared responsibility to build up and nurture this community. Sarah Burns' beautiful sermon a couple of weeks ago highlighted how we are aspiring to live into our covenant, into our faith, and into our values as Unitarian Universalists. We're not striving for perfection. We're aspiring to build something meaningful and beautiful. What you've created today is beautiful. It may be messy. It may not hang in a museum. And it's a creation of us. It's a great privilege for me to get to offer tools to you, and I'm honored that you trust me with leadership in our congregation. I got to choose the canvas and create the shapes with Brandon's help, of course. You then transformed these tools into art pieces that express some of who we are in this moment. We are telling one another that we will journey on a path that allows us to make one another's hopes, dreams, visions, and truths part of our own. We accompany one another on our search for truth and meaning. For where you go, we will go, knowing each other as beloved. Let it be so, and amen. I want to invite you to rise in body or spirit and join the band in singing our closing hymn, Here Together.
We are here.
We are here, here together in this holy moment.
And we're grateful for
And we're grateful
winding road
for the winding
brought us
road
to this place.
that brought us to this place.
We are here.
We are here, here together in this holy moment, and we're grateful for the winding road that brought us to this place.
We have spent time together.
We have spent time together, and these holy moments
Give us strength to go down the
give
winding
us
road.
strength to go down that long road
Until we meet again.
until we meet
We
again.
have spent time together.
We are
spent
time together, and these holy moments give us strength to go down that winding road that brought us again.
And my prayer for you
And my prayer for
is a peace that's true.
you is a peace that's true
Until we meet again.
until we meet again.
I invite you to rest your hands upon your heart or clasp hands with those you are sharing your life with and hear these words from Reverend Leslie Takahashi. All that we have ever loved and all that we have ever been stands with us on the brink of all that we aspire to create. A deeper peace, a larger love, a more embracing hope, a deeper joy in this life we share. Go in peace.